My motto is, you can sell anybody once, but I want to sell everybody again. You know, I want repeat customers. It was really interesting to me how ENDOVAC was used in the West, you know, for pink eye control, immune response, and E. coli. And it is smooth and easy. You see the benefits of your other vaccines that you're giving them, a better immune response. It's almost routine. You know, we use it every time the animals come through the chute. You can't walk in the refrigerator and not have it sitting there. My name is Matt Pearce. I'm from Okeechobee, Florida, and we're at Pearce Cattle Company. So I'm a 7th generation Floridian rancher. And you know, I can remember my great-grandfather. He was one of the founding members of the Florida Cattlemen Association in 1934. Started out as a cow-calf operation, but we handle these lightweight stockers. We breed about 700 or 800 head of heifers a year between here and Mobile, Alabama. And then we trade a lot of stocker cows. We feed some cows, and then we have probably around 2,400 head of cow-calf pairs, brood cows, on ranches from Clewiston, Okeechobee to Perry, Georgia, and then some cattle in Mobile, Alabama. I've seen a decrease in death loss since we've started using the ENDOVAC, but we're not treating a whole lot of cattle. We're pretty fortunate with our health program. For our implementation of ENDOVAC, our pink eye's gone down to almost 0. Same way with foot rot. Even as wet as it is down here, we very seldom treat for foot rot. We just don't have that issue, and that's due to a good vaccination program, the immune response, and some of the stuff we're seeing out of ENDOVAC. And so then we also were purchasing, or we still do, cattle through the sale barn. You know, replacement stocker cattle that are high stress, that have been maybe standing there for 2 or 3 days, that have been stressed, you know, by where they came from, and you know, those cattle coming in here would all get a shot. Everything that comes through the chute gets a shot of ENDOVAC. We've implemented in our bull program, pre-breeding, post-breeding, all of our replacement heifers that we develop, we put them on a good foundation, and they get ENDOVAC. And it's just, you know, the immune response and the results that we've seen positively with less death loss and less sickness. Because we're different because we use a lot of self-feeders for our yearlings, so they're eating every day. Somebody sees them, but we're not treating a whole lot of cattle. We're pretty fortunate with our health program. So when I was growing up, we had a family entity that was my dad and his 4 siblings. It was 6,000 acres, and then as generational ranching gets broken up, my brothers and I now have a 1,100 acre ranch, and so we're doing more with less. So what I did 30 years ago was start expanding my entity, the Pearce Cattle Company. So that's the only way to make it work, because from the generational ranching, it's always going to get smaller. So I'm trying to regenerate that and give my kids an opportunity to go to college and come back and be part of the day-to-day. That would be my goal, is to keep that heritage and provide it to the next generation. What's the value of some extra things that you're doing? I mean, and you can relate that back to ENDOVAC. You're putting anywhere from $600 to $900 in an animal in purchase price, and then production cost. That small investment is what keeps you stable and then over the top on production. And we're trying to push performance and get all that we can. Anymore, we track the investment, the initial ENDOVAC shot, and it's not even a question now of what we see extra out of it with the immune response and with the lack of having to treat foot rot or pink eye. I mean, all those things are a benefit that we see that investment. I mean, if you have to treat one calf for pink eye, it costs you what the whole herd cost in your vaccine program. So it's a big deal, and you just have to get over that mental block of it's an expense when it's actually an investment on what you're doing with your cattle.